So module 5 title is RTOS and IDE for embedded system design. So this is the new model. We are going to learn the RTOS, real time operating system, and IDE for the embedded system design. In introduction part, all are familiar about the operating system. Operating system means we can define the operating system, which is interface between application and the hardware, which is known as the operating systems. So there are several types of operating systems are there. Day to day you are already familiar. Windows operating system is there, Unix operating system is there, Linux operating systems is there. These are the few operating systems. Why we require the operating system? Operating system is most important to execute any program which is related to the application or system related programs. We can execute it through the operating system only. Without operating system we cannot execute any program. It is an interaction between the application program as well as the hardware, that is known as the operating systems. Basically, what are the basic steps to design this operating system? In generally, this is the basic block diagram of RTOS, operating system basics. In first case, we are using the user application. User application means you can apply the any application in any language, any high level language or low level language you can use it, or machine level language you can use. That is known as the application, user application. In between user application and these are the processes is there, that is known as application program interface. Interface with the operating system. Your user applications to the interface. What are the steps are governing? I will explain, and the detail I will explain it later. But this unit is known as a memory management. In a computer, memory management system is most important. Without that memory, there are several types of memories are there. Memory, RAM memory is there, ROM memory is there, kit memory is there. Several types of cache memories are represent. How people manage, that is known as a memory management. And we are entered to another point, that is known as a process management. What is process management? Process management, it is an entity by applying the input applications, the program is started to execute. Process means, suppose if you are enter a C language, just you are enter the C code, that is not sufficient. Then you can compile it. Afterwards you can create, convert it into low level language. Then low level language is converted and it is directed to the CPU, Central Processing Unit. That ALU is CPU is understood only the binary level languages. That is converted binary, and again you will get the results in whatever you required, like this like structure. That the entire task is known as process management. Now you can enter the another point in the operating system, that is time. MGT means management. Time management. For any task, we are prescribed the schedule. Without schedule, no task is executed. So each program and each task we are allocated certain time. Within that specified time only the program will be successfully operated. That is known as a time management. Another important technique for this is file system management. File system means you are already file. So many drives are there. We can whatever the memory which is to be converted into number of drives. The external memories, external files are there, internal files are there, CD drive is there. Then so many hard disks. All these things are treated as a files and folders. You can manage these files and folders according to drive wise, according to they are managing certain level of task, which is known as file system management. File, number of files, input and output files to be managed in systematic way. That facilities is provided in the operating system. Now you are entered to IO management, input and output management. Operating system which does the input operation as well as the output operation. Input operation means you are entering the programs in any language. then you are expected the output. That is, output can be expecting from the CPU. That is known as input-output management. It does several tasks. Computer is calculating various tasks. Task 1 we can treat it as a program. We must be required output. For example, we can take find out the prime numbers of n number of prime numbers or Fibonacci number. Immediately we expect the result. So input is you are entering the programs, that is treated as an input. What is the output? What are the output results? Based on the nature of problems, you are obtaining the results, that is known as output. So input output management and input output control is most important, that operating system does all this process is perfectly. And another, these all the activities are caretaker is the kernel cells. Kernel is one of the most important sensitive software that should be present in the operating system. Kernel is not immediately connected to the user application, but kernel is communicated with the cell and other hardware parts are internally connected with each other. So immediately hardware is there, hardware is connected to keyboard and pen drive. So many things, hardware parts have to be connected. Kernel is indirectly does all this process. Kernel is most important software that is present in the operating system. Then you are entered to the hardware. Hardware is keyboard, mouse and so many inputting device which is connected to the operating system, that is known as hardware. So in between operating system and hardware there is a device driver interface. Then in between user application and this kernel management, that is a application program interface. So this entire task which is known as architecture of the operating system. So we are proceeding next one by one in details, but these are the introductory part in case of the operating system. This is known as a basic architecture of the operating system. Then what is the use? Now we are entered to the another point. What is the goal of operating system? Operating system is a device or interface with the application as well as the hardware, that is known as the operating systems. Then the major goal is number one, efficient use of the computer system, and second, efficient use means a computer should be utilized properly without error and without mismanagement, either memory or hard disk or file system or process or input output management should be properly managed. That's why we are designing the operating system. And second one is user friendly, user convenience. User maybe you can use it any language, assembly level language you may use it, or high level language you may use it. The operating system is executing both these languages, that is known as a user convenience. Based on the users, based on the customers, they can utilize that different types of application softwares you can execute it this operating system. And third point is ability to evolve. Ability means the operating system should be very flexible and more efficient device which is does all these activities. All these activities means memory management, process management, time management, file system management, IO management, as well as the hardware management. These are all the tasks should be efficiently we can conduct. That is known as goals. These are the important goals in operating system. And most important point we are discussing about, another point is kernel. Kernel is a type of software which should be present inside the operating system. Kernel which is communicated with shell through the hardware as well as the application related layers. So what are the important parts in kernel? Kernel contains the user application, and kernel which is computer which is directly communicated with the hardware. Hardware contains central processing unit, memory unit and input output devices. So kernel is most important software which is to be present inside the operating system. It is controlled through the cells of this For example, Unix cells, so many cells in Unix operating systems. Through the cells only it is communicated with the user application. Through the cells only it is communicated with the other hardware parts, which is CPU, memory, and I/O devices. So this is known as the total basics of operating system and goals of operating system. So we are concentrate about the RTOS. RTOS is the real time operating system. It is one standard. It is useful for big data analytics and IoT related projects. These RTOS systems are useful. It can be executed both assembly level language as well as the high level language. Hence RTOS is more concentrated goal in this unit.